Number 1. This 1974 Dodge Charger, offered at $25,000 and located in Watsonville, California, is presented as a super clean and unmolested classic muscle car that has clearly been well cared for. The seller emphasizes that this Charger still retains its original character, making it an increasingly rare find among surviving examples that have often been heavily modified or altered over the years. Its straight, clean appearance is described as something that truly must be seen in person to be fully appreciated, suggesting strong body integrity and well-preserved overall condition. As a true driver-quality classic with strong visual appeal, this Charger stands out as an honest example rather than a patched-together project. Power comes from a small block V8, delivering the kind of reliable performance and classic American muscle sound that enthusiasts expect from a Charger of this era. The engine is described as running excellently, paired with a transmission that was rebuilt just a couple of months ago and upgraded with a shift kit for improved performance and driving feel. This fresh transmission work adds significant value and peace of mind for the next owner, reducing the immediate mechanical uncertainty often associated with vintage cars. The drivetrain combination is presented as strong, responsive, and ready for regular use. The seller notes that the car runs excellent and can be driven anywhere with confidence, positioning this Charger not as a trailer-only showpiece but as a true road-ready classic. This suggests that it is sorted mechanically, dependable, and suitable for weekend cruising, car shows, or longer drives without constant concern. The recent transmission rebuild further supports the claim that this car is being enjoyed and maintained as a driver rather than stored away. For buyers seeking a classic muscle car that can be immediately enjoyed rather than endlessly worked on, this Charger checks an important box. Overall, this 1974 Dodge Charger represents an appealing balance between originality, performance, and real-world usability. Its unmolested condition, strong-running small-block V8, and recently rebuilt transmission make it a compelling option in today's classic car market, where solid, honest drivers are becoming harder to find. With its reputation as an iconic muscle car and its current road-ready status, this Charger offers the opportunity to step directly into ownership and enjoyment without the typical long restoration timeline. At the stated price, it is positioned as a serious, turnkey classic for an enthusiast who values both drivability and authenticity. Number 2. This 1976 Plymouth Duster, offered at $5,000 and located in Fresno, California, is presented as a running and driving project that stands apart from the typical rusted-out examples often seen at this price point. The seller clearly states that this is not a rust bucket, emphasizing its solid condition where it counts, especially along the lower rockers, which are reported to be in good shape and still protected by the factory undercoating. Being sold as a non-operational registration vehicle and offered as best offer, this Duster is positioned as a flexible deal for someone looking to get into a classic V8 Mopar without a massive upfront investment. Its overall condition suggests a strong foundation for further improvement while still being usable as is. Under the hood sits a 318 cubic inch V8 engine paired with a 3-speed 904 TorqueFlite automatic transmission, a proven and reliable drivetrain combination well known for its durability and easy serviceability. The car is equipped with power steering and power brakes, adding to everyday drivability, along with front disc brakes and rear drums for competent stopping performance. The seller confirms that it runs and drives, which instantly separates it from many project cars that require complete mechanical resurrection before they can even move under their own power. This mechanical baseline makes it an appealing option for someone who wants a classic muscle-era car they can improve gradually rather than rebuild from the ground up. Comfort and convenience features also add to its appeal, including working heat and air conditioning that only needs a recharge to become fully functional again. A Bluetooth radio has been installed, blending modern usability with a vintage driving experience and making it more enjoyable for cruising. The seller notes that some work has already been done to get the car to its current running and driving condition, suggesting that key systems have already been addressed to a usable standard. This positions the Duster as a true driver-level project rather than a stalled or abandoned build. Overall, this 1976 Plymouth Duster represents an honest, usable classic with solid bones, V8 power, and a growing list of functional upgrades. Its clean structural areas, factory undercoating, power steering, power brakes, and road-ready status make it a compelling candidate for someone seeking an affordable entry into classic Mopar ownership. Whether the goal is to continue improving it as a street cruiser, build it into a stronger performance car, or simply enjoy it in its current driver condition, this Duster offers real potential without the burden of severe rust or a non-running drivetrain. At its current asking price with room to negotiate, it stands as an attractive opportunity for a motivated buyer. Number 3. This 1960 Ford Falcon station wagon, offered at $5,500 and located in Vista, California, is a first-year example of Ford's iconic compact wagon and is presented as a largely original, honest classic with strong daily driver character. The seller highlights that it still retains its original 144 cubic inch engine, which is noted for having never failed to start under any conditions, a strong statement of reliability for a car of this age. As the very first production year for the Falcon, this wagon carries added historical appeal for collectors and enthusiasts who value early production models. Its overall presentation suggests a vehicle that has been used and enjoyed rather than neglected, reinforcing its reputation as a dependable classic. Mechanically, this Falcon is described as a daily driver in normal circumstances, with the only current limitation being a rear axle seal leak that is causing the rear drum brakes to seize. Because of this issue, the car will need to be towed home, but the seller clearly implies that once the seal and brake issue are addressed, it can return to regular driving duty. The original engine's consistent starting behavior speaks well of its internal condition, and the car is further supported by a recently rebuilt carburetor from Independent Carb in Imperial Beach. These details suggest that fuel delivery and drivability have already been professionally addressed. Cosmetically, the only real damage is reported on the rear quarter panel, for which refurbished replacement panels are available on the market, making repair straightforward for the next owner. In addition, there are a few rust pinholes along the roof in only a couple of small areas, as shown in the seller's photos, indicating that rust is present but not widespread or structurally overwhelming. Importantly, the seller does not describe extensive rot throughout the body, positioning this Falcon as a solid restoration candidate rather than a major metal project. The body issues appear manageable for anyone with basic bodywork experience or access to replacement panels. Adding to its immediate usability and value, the wagon has a fresh set of tires with less than 100 miles on them, eliminating the need for an immediate tire purchase after resolving the brake issue. Combined with the rebuilt carburetor and the proven reliability of the original engine, this Falcon offers a strong foundation as a driver-level classic or a light restoration project. With its first-year status, station wagon body style, and largely original mechanical configuration, this 1960 Ford Falcon presents an appealing opportunity for someone seeking an affordable entry into early compact American classics with genuine character and practical usability. Number 4. This 1927 Ford Model T Roadster, offered at $15,500 and located in Tulare, California, is presented as a beautifully built all-steel hot rod that blends classic pre-war styling with modern mechanical reliability. The seller emphasizes that this is an all-steel body car, not fiberglass, which instantly elevates its desirability among traditional hot rod enthusiasts. The Roadster features very nice paint and a well-finished interior, giving it a clean, complete, and professionally assembled appearance rather than that of a rough project. A new convertible top has also been installed, completing the open car look and making it ready for both cruising and show use. Overall, the presentation suggests a well-sorted, thoughtfully assembled street rod rather than an unfinished or hastily built car. The chassis and suspension setup reflect a strong focus on both stance and drivability, featuring a 4-inch dropped front axle with a reverse I-spring, combined with a stepped rear frame and another reverse I-spring in the back. This configuration gives the car a proper aggressive hot rod stance while maintaining usable ride quality for street driving. Braking is handled by Willwood components with disc brakes up front and drum brakes in the rear, offering a significant performance upgrade over original era brakes and delivering modern stopping confidence. The car rides on new Vintique wheels that have been powder-coated, wrapped in new tires, which further enhances both the safety and visual appeal. The seller also notes that additional white wheels and tires are included, giving the next owner flexibility in changing the look. Power comes from a 2.3-liter engine and rear axle sourced from a Ford Mustang II, paired with an automatic transmission, a combination chosen for reliability, easy parts availability, and everyday drivability. The seller states that the car runs and drives great and is very reliable, with only 11,500 miles accumulated since the build was completed. That relatively low mileage indicates that the car is still essentially fresh mechanically and has not been heavily worn through years of hard use. The automatic transmission further enhances its usability, making it accessible even to drivers who prefer a relaxed cruising experience rather than a more demanding manual setup. This drivetrain choice transforms the vintage Roadster into something that can be confidently enjoyed on modern roads. In addition to its current fenderless hot rod configuration, the seller includes full fenders and bumpers with all necessary mounting hardware to bolt them back on, providing the option to return the car to a more traditional full-fendered appearance if desired. The final photo reportedly shows the car with the fenders installed, demonstrating its versatility in visual style depending on the owner's preference. This added parts package significantly increases the overall value and customization potential for the next owner. With its clean build quality, proven drivability, low post-build mileage, modern braking system, and included fender and bumper setup, this 1927 Ford Model T Roadster represents a turnkey hot rod that can be enjoyed immediately while still offering flexibility for future personalization. Number 5. This 1948 Chevrolet Fleetmaster Coupe, offered at $29,000 and located in Moreno Valley, California, is presented as a stunning black all-original survivor that carefully preserves the character and craftsmanship of late 1940s Chevrolet design. The seller states that the car shows just over 46,000 original miles, a remarkably low figure for a vehicle of this age, which immediately elevates its collector appeal. It is believed that the car received a partial repaint sometime prior to 1973, meaning it has worn its current finish for decades while retaining its authentic survivor status. The overall presentation points to a car that has been respected, preserved, and sheltered over the years rather than restored or heavily altered. Under the hood remains the original 216 cubic inch inline six-cylinder engine, which the seller describes as starting like a match, emphasizing easy cold starts and dependable operation. The car is reported to run and drive excellent, reinforcing its status as a true road-ready classic rather than a static display piece. This original drivetrain offers the smooth, quiet cruising experience that Chevrolet was known for in the post-war era, making it ideal for relaxed driving and vintage road events. The mechanical honesty of this Fleetmaster, still powered by its factory-style engine, strongly appeals to purists who value authenticity over modern modifications. The interior and trunk are described as original and in very nice condition, further supporting the survivor claim and showing that the car has not been stripped, reupholstered, or modernized. The dashboard is noted as beautiful, standing out as one of the visual highlights of the cabin with its classic gauges and period-correct layout. The interior condition suggests careful use and long-term preservation rather than neglect or heavy wear. Rolling on 16-inch Coker tires, the car benefits from modern reproduction rubber that maintains a period-correct appearance while improving safety and road manners. Adding even more value, the sale includes extra parts, giving the next owner useful spares or additional components for long-term ownership and preservation. The seller is firm about no trades, but the car is offered as best offer, indicating some flexibility for a serious buyer. Taken as a whole, this 1948 Chevrolet Fleetmaster Coupe represents a rare opportunity to acquire a true survivor example with low indicated mileage, strong mechanical performance, highly original interior and trunk, and outstanding overall presentation. For collectors seeking a genuine post-war American coupe that remains close to how it left the factory, this Fleetmaster stands as a highly desirable and increasingly hard-to-find example. Number 6. This 1966 Ford Thunderbird, offered at $5,000 and located in Winchester, California, is presented as a complete and running classic personal luxury car with solid overall presentation and clear disclosure of its mechanical needs. The seller notes that the car currently has an audible engine tick, which can be heard in the video, but confirms that it still runs and drives in its current condition. This honesty positions the Thunderbird as a transparent driver-level project rather than a hidden problem car. The exterior paint and vinyl top are both described as being in good shape, giving the car strong curb appeal for its age and suggesting that it still presents well as a classic cruiser. Mechanically, several important recent maintenance items have already been addressed, including new wheel cylinders, a new rear brake line, and new valve cover gaskets. These updates indicate that the braking system has seen recent attention and that some engine sealing work has already been handled, reducing immediate maintenance concerns in those areas. While the engine tick will likely require further diagnosis and repair, the fact that the car remains operational allows the next owner to evaluate it thoroughly rather than starting with a non-running vehicle. This combination of being road-capable while still needing work makes it suitable for a buyer who wants to improve the car gradually rather than taking on a full mechanical resurrection from day one. Electrically, the seller states that all components are working with the exception of the windshield wipers, which are described as being a bit unreliable. This suggests that the majority of the electrical system is functional, an important factor on a 1960s luxury car that relies heavily on power accessories and electrical features. Inside, the rear seats are noted as having stains, pointing to cosmetic wear in the interior that may need attention for a higher-level restoration or show-quality presentation. However, the car is also said to include extra parts along with the original manuals, both of which add meaningful value and support for future repairs, maintenance, and authenticity. The Thunderbird is being offered with a clean title and the original pink slip in hand, making the ownership transfer straightforward and hassle-free for the next buyer. The seller is firm on the $5,000 asking price with no trades considered, positioning this car as a cash sale for someone specifically seeking an affordable entry into mid-1960s Thunderbird ownership. With its solid exterior condition, recent brake-related service work, mostly functional electrical system, included manuals and spare parts, and clear disclosure of its mechanical imperfection, this 1966 Ford Thunderbird represents a realistic and attainable classic that can be driven now and improved over time rather than sitting as an unfinished or immobile project. Number 7. This 1964 Chevrolet Malibu SS, offered at $30,000 and located in Redlands, California, is presented as a highly desirable super sport, badged muscle car with strong performance upgrades and a clean, straight body. The seller emphasizes that the car is rust-free and that the body remains straight, which is a major selling point for any mid-1960s A-body Chevrolet. Being an authentic Malibu SS adds another layer of collectability and appeal, as these models are among the most sought-after trims from this era. The car is currently on non-operational registration but comes with a clean title, making the ownership transfer straightforward for the next buyer. Power comes from a 327 cubic inch small journal V8 paired with a TH350 automatic transmission, a combination well known for its balance of strong performance, durability, and ease of maintenance. This drivetrain setup is a proven favorite in classic muscle car builds and offers plenty of power for both street driving and spirited performance. The rear of the car has been tubbed while retaining the original back seat, which is a significant detail for those who value a clean, functional interior while still accommodating wider rear tires for improved traction and an aggressive stance. This blend of performance modification and interior practicality makes the car appealing to both drivers and show enthusiasts. The suspension has been upgraded with adjustable coilovers at all four corners, allowing the ride height and handling characteristics to be fine-tuned to the owner's preference. This modern suspension setup greatly improves road manners compared to stock, making the Malibu more capable on today's roads while also enhancing its stance. The car rides on brand new tires, eliminating the need for immediate replacement and adding to its ready-to-enjoy status. Power windows and a tilt steering wheel bring additional comfort and convenience, blending modern drivability features into a classic muscle car platform. Overall, this 1964 Chevrolet Malibu SS represents a well-balanced build that combines classic super sport styling, strong small-block V8 power, upgraded suspension, and desirable comfort features. Its rust-free body, clean title, tubbed rear with usable back seat, and fresh tires make it a turnkey candidate for cruising, local shows, or further custom refinement. Offered at $30,000 or best offer, it is positioned for a serious buyer looking for a properly built Malibu SS that delivers both visual impact and real-world performance without requiring a full restoration or major immediate investment. Number 8. This 1953 Oldsmobile Super 88, offered at $15,000 and located in Pinon Hills, California, is presented as a good running classic that combines strong mechanical usability with clear potential for cosmetic restoration. The seller states that the car runs well, positioning it as a usable driver rather than a non-running project, which immediately adds to its appeal at this price point. As a Super 88, this Oldsmobile represents one of the most respected performance-oriented full-size cars of the early 1950s, known for its powerful presence and upscale styling. While it does need some cosmetic attention, including new floorboards, the overall presentation suggests a solid starting point rather than a severely deteriorated shell. The seller is upfront about the areas that need attention, specifically mentioning the need for new floorboards, but also notes that new parts for these repairs are already included with the sale. This significantly reduces both the cost and difficulty of addressing one of the more labor-intensive aspects of classic car restoration. The inclusion of sheet metal and boards for the floors means the next owner can move directly into the repair process without needing to source critical structural components. This transparency about condition and included parts makes the car especially appealing to buyers who want a realistic, manageable project that already has many of the expensive and necessary items covered. In addition to the major repair panels, the sale comes with an impressive collection of new and original parts that add substantial value. Included is a brand new battery, a custom auto sound stereo designed to retain a classic appearance while offering modern Bluetooth and auxiliary connectivity, and brand new back window weather stripping still in its original packaging. The package also includes a brand new oil filter, OEM cosmetic parts, replacement decals, and even a spare white wall tire. For anyone restoring or maintaining a 1953 Oldsmobile, the inclusion of factory-correct cosmetic components and hard-to-find trim-related pieces is a major advantage that can save both time and money. Further adding to the long-term value of this Super 88 is the inclusion of a parts catalog, shop manual, and owner's manual, which are essential tools for proper restoration, maintenance, and authenticity. These documents greatly simplify future repairs and ensure that the next owner has accurate technical information at hand. Taken as a whole, this 1953 Oldsmobile Super 88 offers a strong combination of good running condition, honest disclosure of cosmetic needs, and an unusually complete collection of new and original parts. It stands as a realistic and rewarding classic car project with solid mechanical foundations and much of the supporting restoration material already included. Number 9. This 1968 Chevrolet Bel Air Wagon, offered at $7,500 and located in Dallas, Oregon, is presented as a solid-running and driving classic long-roof Chevrolet with strong mechanical upgrades and excellent project potential. The seller notes that it looks good overall but still needs interior work, placing it firmly in the category of a driver-quality project rather than a finished show car. With its clean title and road-ready condition, this wagon offers an increasingly rare opportunity to own a full-size late 1960s American station wagon at a very accessible price point. Its body style alone makes it highly appealing to collectors, custom builders, and nostalgic enthusiasts who appreciate vintage family haulers with muscle-era character. Power comes from a 327 cubic inch V8 equipped with a quadrajet carburetor, paired with a turbo 400 automatic transmission, a highly respected drivetrain combination known for strength, smooth shifting, and long-term durability. The seller confirms that the car runs and drives, making it immediately usable while still leaving room for mechanical refinement or performance upgrades if desired. A new electronic ignition system has already been installed, improving reliability and starting performance over the original point-style setup. These mechanical details position the Bel Air Wagon as a true usable project, one that can be driven and improved gradually rather than requiring full disassembly from the start. The exterior has recently benefited from new rims and tires with less than 400 miles of use, eliminating one of the most immediate safety and cost concerns for a classic driver. In addition to the currently mounted wheels, the sale also includes an extra set of rally wheels and tires, although they do not have trim rings or center caps. This gives the next owner multiple styling options right away, whether they prefer a more aggressive custom look or a period-correct muscle-era appearance. The wagon's overall visual presentation is described as good, suggesting that it already has strong street presence even before interior restoration is addressed. Adding even more value, the seller includes a collection of extra badges, interior parts, repair manuals, and other miscellaneous components that support both restoration and long-term ownership. These included items significantly reduce the time and expense required to source hard-to-find trim and interior details for a late 1960s Chevrolet wagon. The seller also promotes this car as a perfect foundation for a daily driver, rat rod, or custom wagon build, highlighting its versatility and broad appeal. With its V8 power, turbo 400 transmission, recent ignition and tire upgrades, included spare parts, and clean title, this 1968 Chevrolet Bel Air Wagon stands as a highly flexible and affordable entry into classic wagon ownership with real driving potential. Number 10. This 1979 Pontiac Firebird, offered at $3,800 and located in Salem, Oregon, is presented as a complete and largely unmolested classic that represents an increasingly hard-to-find restoration candidate from the late 1970s muscle car era. The seller emphasizes that the car is complete with no missing major pieces, which is a critical advantage for any long-term project. It is noted that the car was last driven to its current parking location about 3 years ago, indicating that it was a functional driver in the not-too-distant past rather than a long-abandoned shell. Originally finished in red, the car still retains its original identity and character, making it an appealing foundation for a proper restoration or revival. Under the hood, this Firebird is equipped with its factory Buick-sourced 3.8-liter V6 engine paired with the original factory automatic transmission. The engine was reportedly rebuilt approximately 20 years ago and has only seen limited mileage since that time, suggesting that the internal components may still be in relatively good condition despite the long period of light use. The seller notes that the car currently needs a good carburetor or a rebuild of the existing one to return it to proper running condition. This points to a drivability issue that is mechanical and well-defined, rather than a complete unknown, making it a realistic and manageable repair for the next owner with basic mechanical experience. Structurally, the seller reports that the floor pans and trunk are in good condition, which is a major positive for a second-generation F-body car, as these areas are commonly affected by rust. Additionally, there is said to be no significant body damage, indicating that the car has avoided major accidents or severe neglect that would compromise its sheet metal integrity. These details position the Firebird as a solid restoration candidate rather than a rusted-out parts car. While it does need a full restoration overall, the strong foundation in the critical structural areas makes it far more desirable and financially sensible to restore. Adding to the car's story and appeal, the seller notes that it has been a single-owner vehicle for 35 years, which often suggests consistent ownership history and a known background. The title situation is currently in process, with a duplicate title being obtained, and the seller makes it clear that serious cash buyers are expected and that offers will not be considered without first seeing the vehicle in person. This reinforces the nature of the sale as a straightforward, no-nonsense transaction aimed at a serious restorer or enthusiast. With its complete status, solid structural condition, factory V6 drivetrain, and long-term single ownership, this 1979 Pontiac Firebird stands as a highly accessible entry point into classic F-body restoration with strong long-term potential. Number 11. This 1969 Mercury Cougar XR7, offered at $12,000 and located in Santa Ana, California, is presented as a beautiful and well-kept classic muscle-era luxury coupe that remains in running and driving condition. The seller explains that the car is being sold only due to lack of time to continue improving it as originally planned, not because of major mechanical failure. It is currently driven from time to time, reinforcing its status as an active driver rather than a dormant project. The exterior does need cosmetic attention, with fading paint and some Bondo on the hood and fenders, indicating prior bodywork that would benefit from proper refinishing. In contrast, the interior is described as super clean, creating a strong balance between solid cosmetic presentation inside and manageable cosmetic needs outside. Power comes from a 351 cubic inch Windsor V8 with a 2-barrel carburetor, paired with an automatic transmission, a drivetrain combination known for smooth cruising power and long-term durability. The seller estimates approximately 71,000 miles, suggesting relatively moderate use for a vehicle of this age. The car is reported to run and drive, supported by a substantial list of recent mechanical updates including a brand new Optima battery, new alternator, new coil pack, new voltage regulator, new spark plugs and wires, a new distributor, and new battery terminal cables. These maintenance items significantly improve reliability and reduce the likelihood of immediate electrical or ignition-related issues for the next owner. The Cougar sits on Jegs ProStar wheels with a 5x4.5 lug pattern, measuring 15x7 in the rear and 15x4 in the front, giving it a classic muscle stance with a slightly aggressive drag-style look. Exhaust duties are handled by a Flowmaster dual exhaust system, adding both performance sound and improved exhaust flow. The seller notes that the car currently experiences a vapor lock issue after running for some time, and that the carburetor needs to be properly tuned, which clearly defines the remaining drivability concerns as fuel-related rather than internal engine problems. These are typical tuning issues for carbureted classics and are usually straightforward to diagnose and correct. The car carries a salvage title, which is clearly disclosed, and the VIN is shown in the listing photos for verification. Registration tags are up to date, adding convenience for immediate road use. Overall, this 1969 Mercury Cougar XR7 represents a strong driver-level classic with desirable V8 power, extensive recent mechanical servicing, upgraded wheels and exhaust, and a very clean interior. While it does need some cosmetic refinishing and minor drivability tuning, it remains a running, driving, and visually appealing example of one of Mercury's most iconic performance luxury coupes, offered at a price point that reflects both its potential and its remaining needs. Number 12. This 1958 Buick Super Riviera Model 56R, offered at $37,500 and located in San Diego, California, is presented as a true classic showpiece and a genuine head-turner that consistently draws attention and admiration wherever it goes. The seller describes it as a thumbs-up car, highlighting its strong visual impact and unmistakable late 1950s styling that defines the golden era of American automotive design. With its bold lines, wide stance, and unmistakable Riviera trim, this Buick represents one of the most striking full-size luxury performance cars of its generation. The car's fresh overall presentation suggests that it has been thoughtfully restored to both impress visually and perform reliably on the road. At the heart of this Super Riviera is a completely rebuilt 364 cubic inch nailhead V8 engine, one of Buick's most respected and torque-rich power plants. This engine has long been celebrated for its durability, smooth power delivery, and unmistakable character, making it a perfect match for this iconic body style. Supporting the rebuilt engine is a long list of major mechanical upgrades that transform this classic into a dependable, modern drivable cruiser. These upgrades include a new electronic distributor, new alternator, new starter, new battery, and a brand new Edelbrock carburetor, all working together to improve reliability, starting performance, and overall drivability compared to the original factory setup. Significant attention has also been given to the cooling, fuel, and braking systems to ensure confidence on today's roads. The car features a new radiator with electric fans, a new gas tank, and new fuel lines, addressing the most common reliability concerns found in older classics. For safety and stopping power, the front brakes have been converted to new disc brakes and are supported by a new master cylinder and brake booster, delivering a major upgrade over the original braking system. A new dual exhaust system has also been installed, enhancing both performance and sound while preserving the deep, authoritative tone expected from a large displacement Buick V8. Cosmetically and structurally, the car benefits from fresh paint and rides on 5 brand new wide white wall Coker tires, perfectly matching the period-correct luxury aesthetic of the late 1950s. The suspension has been refreshed with new rear springs and shocks, improving ride quality and stability while maintaining its classic road manners. Inside, 5 new seat belts have been installed, subtly improving safety without detracting from the vintage character of the cabin. Taken as a complete package, this 1958 Buick Super Riviera Model 56 represents a rare blend of show-quality presentation, extensive mechanical renewal, and authentic classic American luxury performance, making it an exceptional opportunity for collectors and enthusiasts seeking a fully sorted and visually striking vintage cruiser. Number 13. This 1970 Chevrolet Malibu Classic, offered at $42,000 and located in Los Angeles, California, is presented as a smooth-running and fully stock example of one of Chevrolet's most iconic muscle-era intermediates. The seller emphasizes that the car runs very smoothly and retains its original factory configuration, a quality that is becoming increasingly rare as many cars from this era have been heavily modified over time. With its classic Chevelle-based body lines and timeless design, this Malibu offers strong visual presence and enduring appeal. Its overall stock condition makes it especially attractive to collectors and enthusiasts who value originality and factory-correct presentation. Power comes from a 350 cubic inch engine paired with an automatic transmission, a proven and well-balanced drivetrain combination that delivers both reliable performance and comfortable cruising ability. This setup is well known for its durability, ease of maintenance, and broad aftermarket support, making long-term ownership both practical and enjoyable. The car is also equipped with power brakes and power steering, adding significant driving comfort and control compared to fully manual-equipped classics. These features make the Malibu well suited for modern traffic conditions while still preserving the feel of a true vintage American muscle-era car. In addition to its strong mechanical foundation, this Malibu is also equipped with factory power windows, adding a touch of luxury that sets it apart from more basic trim-level cars of the same era. This combination of muscle-era performance and comfort-oriented features reflects the Malibu Classic's role as a bridge between performance and everyday usability. The fact that everything is stated to be stock suggests that the car has not been heavily altered or customized, preserving its original character and making it a highly desirable candidate for both collectors and purists. The car is offered with a clean California title, ensuring a straightforward and secure transfer of ownership for the next buyer. Taken as a whole, this 1970 Chevrolet Malibu Classic represents a well-preserved, smooth-running, stock-condition example of a highly sought-after model year. With its 350 engine, automatic transmission, power steering, power brakes, and power windows, it delivers a rare combination of authenticity, comfort, and performance. At its current asking price, it stands as a premium example for buyers seeking a true classic that remains close to how it left the factory while still being fully enjoyable on today's roads. Number 14. This 1951 Pontiac Chieftain convertible, offered at $50,000 and located in San Marcos, California, is presented as a beautifully restored, fully sorted classic convertible that reflects a no-expense-spared approach to restoration. The seller describes the car as having everything new, including the paint, interior, glass, and chrome, indicating a comprehensive, frame-up, level restoration rather than a partial refresh. The exterior is finished in a striking jet black with a matching black vinyl convertible top, giving the car a bold, elegant, and timeless presence. Complementing the exterior is a rich wine-colored interior that adds depth, contrast, and a true period-correct luxury feel. The overall visual presentation is that of a high-end show-quality classic that is equally capable of being enjoyed on the road. Power comes from a Chevrolet-based 350 cubic inch V8 paired with a TH350 automatic transmission, a highly respected and widely supported drivetrain combination known for strong performance, smooth operation, and long-term reliability. This modernized powertrain transforms the driving experience compared to the original setup, delivering effortless cruising and confident highway performance. The seller states that the car drives like a dream, reinforcing that this is not just a cosmetic restoration but also a mechanically sorted and road-proven convertible. The automatic transmission makes it easy and comfortable to drive, whether for weekend cruising, car shows, or longer highway trips. The restoration details extend throughout the entire vehicle, with the seller highlighting green-tinted glass, all-new paint, a fully restored interior, and triple-plated chrome throughout. triple-plated chrome is a significant detail, as it represents the highest quality chrome process, ensuring long-lasting shine, depth, and durability. The car is described as fully accessorized, suggesting that it is equipped with a wide range of factory-style or period-correct options that elevate both its visual appeal and driving comfort. Every major detail appears to have been addressed to a high standard, making this Chieftain stand out as a turnkey, show-ready classic rather than a project or driver-level restoration. The car is offered with a clean California title in the seller's name, making the ownership transfer straightforward and secure. The seller is firm on the $50,000 cash asking price and emphasizes that it is a must-see car in person, clearly confident in both the quality of the restoration and the overall presentation. Taken as a complete package, this 1951 Pontiac Chieftain convertible represents a rare combination of striking visual elegance, modern V8 performance, and high-level craftsmanship. It stands as a premium example for collectors and enthusiasts seeking a fully restored, investment-grade convertible that delivers both show-quality presence and real-world drivability. Number 15. This 1969 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 Tribute, offered at $58,000 and located in Azusa, California, is presented as a high-end, frame-off restored muscle car built to deliver both show-quality presentation and extreme performance. The seller states that the car has undergone a complete frame-off restoration, indicating that it was fully disassembled and rebuilt to a very high standard throughout. The exterior and interior are both described as being in excellent condition, reflecting the level of detail and craftsmanship invested into the build. As a Z28 Tribute, this Camaro captures the aggressive styling and legendary presence of the original performance model while offering far more power than most factory-equipped examples ever delivered. At the heart of this build is a massive 438 cubic inch stroker big block engine producing an impressive 520 horsepower as verified on a dynamometer. This is a serious performance-oriented power plant designed to deliver brutal acceleration and unmistakable big block sound and torque. Power is sent through a Borg-Warner T10 4-speed manual transmission, a classic and highly respected gearbox that gives the driver full control and a true old-school muscle car driving experience. The combination of a high-horsepower big block and a proper 4-speed manual transmission places this Camaro firmly in the category of an aggressive street and show machine rather than a mild cruiser. The seller notes that the car runs and sounds great, reinforcing that this is not simply a static showpiece but a fully functional, road-ready performance machine. The frame-off restoration ensures that not only the visible areas but also the chassis, undercarriage, and structural components have been properly addressed, making the car as solid underneath as it is on top. This level of restoration typically includes refreshed suspension, brakes, fuel systems, and electrical components, all contributing to overall reliability and confidence during spirited driving. The excellent inside and out condition further supports the claim that this Camaro has been built to a standard suitable for both high-level car shows and serious street use. The seller explains that the only reason for selling is to downsize, not due to any mechanical or cosmetic issues, which further supports the quality of the car. Offered at $58,000 or best offer, this 1969 Camaro Z28 Tribute represents an opportunity to acquire a fully restored, big block-powered, manual transmission first-generation Camaro with show-quality presentation and true high-performance credentials. With its 520 horsepower stroker engine, documented frame-off restoration, excellent overall condition, and legendary 1969 body style, this Camaro stands as a top-tier build for collectors and enthusiasts seeking a no-compromise American muscle car. Number 16. This 1971 Plymouth Barracuda, offered at $70,000 and located in La Puente, California, is presented as a true survivor muscle car that still retains its original paint and original body panels, a combination that is exceptionally rare for a high-performance Mopar of this era. The seller emphasizes that this Barracuda has never been stripped apart or wrecked, reinforcing its authenticity and untouched structural integrity. As a lifelong California car, it has benefited from a favorable climate, contributing to its very clean, rust-free condition. The seller further notes that he is the third owner, adding to the credibility and traceable ownership history of this highly desirable E-body classic. From the factory, The car originally came equipped with a 318 small block, but it has since been upgraded by a previous owner to a powerful 440 cubic inch V8 paired with a 727 automatic transmission. This drivetrain upgrade transforms the Barracuda into a true street and strip machine while still preserving the original character of the car's body and identity. The previous owner used the car as a quarter-mile racer but reportedly limited modifications strictly to the suspension and drivetrain, leaving the body, paint, and overall structure untouched. This careful approach to performance upgrading is a major advantage for collectors who want both real performance and original survivor integrity. Adding significant historical value, the seller states that he has the original factory build sheet for the car, a highly desirable document that verifies how the vehicle was originally equipped when it left the factory. Also included are time slips from its quarter-mile racing days, showing that the car consistently ran 12.8-second passes back in its prime. These documents not only validate the car's performance history, but also enhance its collectability by providing tangible proof of both its authenticity and its racing pedigree. Very few survivor cars come with this level of documentation tied directly to real-world performance use. Overall, this 1971 Plymouth Barracuda represents a unique blend of originality, documented history, and serious big-block performance. With its original paint and panels, rust-free California body, upgraded 440 engine with 727 transmission, verified quarter-mile performance, and original build sheet in hand, this car stands far above the typical modified or restored example. Offered at $70,000 or best offer, it is positioned as a premium, investment-grade survivor that delivers both the raw power expected of a true Mopar muscle car and the unmatched authenticity that only an unmolested original can provide. Number 17. This 1937 Chevrolet Coupe, offered at $30,000 and located in Escondido, California, is presented as a well-preserved pre-war classic that retains its traditional mechanical character and vintage charm. The seller notes that the car remains in an honest, largely original-style configuration, making it especially appealing to enthusiasts who value authenticity over heavy modification. Finished in a dark blue exterior paired with a brown interior, the car presents a timeless color combination that suits its late 1930s styling perfectly. With its classic coupe proportions, sweeping fenders, and upright grille, this Chevrolet represents a true slice of American automotive history from the pre-war era. Power comes from its original-style 216 cubic inch inline six-cylinder engine, paired with a 3-speed manual transmission and a traditional closed driveline setup. This is the correct and highly desirable drivetrain configuration for a Chevrolet of this period, preserving the original driving experience exactly as it was intended in the 1930s. The car still operates on a 6-volt electrical system, further supporting its period-correct mechanical authenticity. This setup appeals strongly to purists who prefer the feel, sound, and driving dynamics of an unmodernized early Chevrolet rather than a heavily updated street rod conversion. Inside the cabin, the brown interior complements the dark blue exterior nicely and maintains the warm, classic feel expected from a car of this era. A particularly strong selling point is that all of the gauges on the dashboard are reported to be in working order, which is an impressive detail for a vehicle approaching 9 decades in age. Functional instruments significantly enhance both drivability and authenticity, as fully operational original-style gauges can be costly and difficult to restore. The overall interior condition suggests a car that has been carefully maintained rather than left to deteriorate with age. The sale includes a pink slip in hand, making the ownership transfer straightforward and eliminating the common paperwork challenges often associated with cars of this age. Taken as a complete package, this 1937 Chevrolet Coupe offers a rare opportunity to own a true pre-war American classic with its original-style 216 engine, 3-speed transmission, closed driveline, and 6-volt system intact. With its attractive color combination, working gauges, and clear documentation, this coupe stands as a strong candidate for collectors and enthusiasts seeking an authentic, mechanically traditional vintage Chevrolet that can be enjoyed for shows, weekend drives, and long-term preservation. Number 18. This 1966 Pontiac GTO, offered at $39,000 and located in South Lake Tahoe, California, is presented as a true 242 code GTO with a strong blend of originality, performance upgrades, and long-term California ownership. The seller confirms that this is a real GTO by VIN, not a clone, and describes it as a rust-free California car that has clearly benefited from a dry climate throughout its life. The car shows approximately 79,000 miles and was repainted in the late 1990s by a previous owner in its original factory color, preserving its authentic visual identity while refreshing the exterior appearance. The current owner has had the car since 2012, adding credibility to its history and long-term care. Power comes from the correct code 389 cubic inch V8 with engine code YF, now equipped with a tri-power triple carburetor setup that significantly enhances both performance and visual impact. Originally a single 4-barrel car, it was professionally converted to tri-power, giving it the aggressive induction setup most enthusiasts associate with high-performance GTOs. The engine is paired with a Hurst-shifted Muncie 4-speed manual transmission, delivering a true muscle car driving experience with crisp gear changes and strong acceleration. Power steering is also present, improving drivability while maintaining the raw character of a mid-1960s performance car. The exhaust manifolds carry casting code 093, further supporting the car's correct performance-era configuration. Mechanically, the car is reported to run and handle excellent with smooth shifting, and it benefits from a long list of recent upgrades that add both reliability and performance. These include a new starter, new clutch, a high-performance water pump, a new fuel sending unit, and a high-quality cold-case aluminum radiator with an electric fan for improved cooling efficiency. The suspension has been refreshed with all new springs and a new front sway bar, with the front springs lowered 2 inches from stock to provide a more aggressive stance and improved handling. Braking is handled by front disc brakes and rear drums, a sensible upgrade that enhances safety while retaining a period-correct setup. The interior is described as being in good condition but not perfect, reflecting honest use rather than a fully restored show car cabin. The original tachometer, oil, and temperature gauges are present but currently not functioning, while aftermarket oil pressure, volt, and temperature gauges have been added to maintain operational monitoring. The seller also notes that some original parts are included with the sale, adding value for a buyer who may want to return certain aspects closer to factory specification. The car is sold as is with buyer verification encouraged for condition and originality, and it comes with a clean California title in the seller's name with current registration. Taken as a whole, this 1966 Pontiac GTO represents a highly desirable real-deal muscle car with tri-power induction, a 4-speed manual, strong documentation cues, and a solid mechanical foundation, making it a compelling option for collectors and serious enthusiasts alike. Number 19. This 1969 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, offered at $55,000 and located in Olympia, Washington, is presented as a fully restored example that has undergone a complete frame-off restoration with no expense spared in return to high-level condition. The seller emphasizes that the car retains its matching numbers drivetrain, a critical factor for serious collectors seeking authenticity and long-term value. Finished in its original Riverside gold using high-quality PPG base coat/clear coat paint, the exterior is described as having zero damage history, underscoring the claim that this Corvette has never suffered from accident-related issues. The frame and chassis have been powder-coated during the restoration process, ensuring long-term durability and a clean, factory-correct presentation from the ground up. Power comes from a strong-performing V8 producing an estimated 350 to 370 horsepower, paired with a factory 4-speed manual transmission that delivers the kind of raw, mechanical driving experience that defines late 1960s Corvettes. Adding to its desirability is the inclusion of factory air conditioning, a highly sought-after option that greatly improves comfort without compromising originality. The matching numbers status confirms that the engine and major drivetrain components remain correct to the car, increasing both its collector appeal and long-term investment potential. The combination of high output, manual transmission, and factory AC makes this Stingray especially attractive to enthusiasts who want performance without giving up drivability. The restoration appears to have been carried out with careful attention to both cosmetic and structural detail, as supported by the inclusion of a full photo history documenting the entire build process. This visual record provides transparency and reassurance regarding the depth and quality of the work performed. The powder-coated chassis reflects a level of craftsmanship that goes beyond basic refurbishment and points toward a restoration meant to last. The Riverside Gold finish, a period-correct and highly recognizable Corvette color, enhances the car's presence and authenticity while showcasing the sharp body lines that define the C3 generation. Modern convenience has also been discreetly integrated through a Bluetooth-equipped AM/FM audio system, allowing the car to retain its classic interior appearance while offering updated functionality for everyday enjoyment. This thoughtful balance between originality and usability makes the Corvette equally suitable for car shows, weekend cruising, or long-distance driving. With its matching numbers drivetrain, documented full frame-off restoration, factory air conditioning, and upgraded yet subtle modern features, this 1969 Corvette Stingray represents a highly complete and well-executed example of one of Chevrolet's most iconic performance cars. For the buyer seeking a turnkey C3 Corvette with both collector value and real-world drivability, this example stands out as a premium offering. Number 20. This 1976 Ford Mustang Cobra II, offered at $1,250 and located in Port Ludlow, Washington, is presented as a budget-friendly project car with strong potential for restoration or custom performance use. The seller notes that it is a true Cobra II equipped with a desirable 5.0-liter setup and a 4-speed manual transmission, making it an appealing foundation for enthusiasts seeking a classic Mustang with performance heritage. While the engine and transmission are currently out of the car, the seller states that they are believed to be numbers matching, although this has not been verified. The drivetrain block and related components are included and are stored separately in a tub, allowing the next owner to rebuild or upgrade as desired. In addition to the core drivetrain components, this Mustang comes with several valuable extra body parts that add to its overall value as a project. Included are an extra passenger side fender, an additional door, and a second hood, all of which provide flexibility for body repair or cosmetic customization without the immediate need to source hard-to-find original panels. These spare parts can significantly reduce restoration costs and time, especially for a model that is becoming increasingly difficult to find in complete form. The presence of these extras suggests the car was acquired with restoration in mind and offers the next owner a solid head start. The exterior does show rust in typical trouble areas, specifically around the rear wheel arches by the back tires, as shown in the listing. This indicates that bodywork will be required to bring the car back to a high standard, but the issues appear localized rather than structural based on the information provided. The Mustang is currently fitted with a modern GT Mustang 5-lug wheel upgrade using a spacer kit, giving it a more aggressive and updated stance while improving wheel and tire options. This upgrade bridges classic styling with modern performance aesthetics and can be retained or changed depending on the buyer's vision. The car comes with a title in hand, making the transfer process straightforward and eliminating one of the most common obstacles in project car ownership. The seller is highly motivated and is open to offers, reinforcing that the $1,250 asking price reflects the car's current non-running project condition. With its Cobra II identity, manual transmission setup, included drivetrain, extra body panels, and modern wheel conversion, this Mustang represents an accessible entry point into the classic Mustang world. Whether built as a factory-style restoration, a street machine, or a budget track toy, this Cobra II offers a flexible platform with real potential for the right buyer willing to invest time and effort. Thank you for watching this video featuring 20 cheap classic cars for sale from the marketplace. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Cheap Classic Cars for more great finds. And if you know someone who loves classic cars as much as you do, be sure to share this video with them too. See you in the next one.